my gosh. Hello, everybody. How are you? Merry almost Christmas. Thank you for those who are patient with me in the chat. I was having a hard time getting my youngest one to sleep. Must know it's Christmas or something, but I know a lot of people really struggle around Christmas, especially men, because men are typically in the providing position. Single parents also really struggle as well, whether they're single mothers or single fathers. But I think around Christmas, especially men, because men are typically in the providing. Oh, that's weird. My phone was playing my own live. That is so strange. I don't know how it was doing that. Can you guys hear me? We're just gonna start that over. Okay, so a lot of people have a really tough time on Christmas, especially men. So I just wanted to come and give you guys the opportunity to just kind of unload in the chat. Let me know what's going on. If you need any advice, I am sorry that this is a dark time. Men struggle a lot during this time because men are usually in the providing position. So they're, the ones that are bringing in the money, stressing about money. Money gets super tight around Christmas. A lot of people don't have enough of it. So, suicide goes up around Christmas time. So I just wanted to come check in with my kings and see how you guys are doing. Did someone say I should order myself a pump for Christmas? Damn, somebody just broke up with their girlfriend. I'm so sorry. If you're experiencing a breakup this holiday, man, that shit is so tough. All I can say is please don't let that taint your... What's the matter with me? Don't let that taint your feelings of this holiday in the future. I know that it's really tough when you were expecting to, exchange presents with the person you love. I know somebody that has to return presents that he bought his now ex-girlfriend, and he's really struggling with that. So return the gift and buy yourself something nice. That's what you should do. Oh, thank you, that angry duck. Merry Christmas. Just so you guys know, I split all donations that are given in lives. I split them equally with my moderators. So I'm sorry that Christmas is such a tough time of year. It's not necessarily my biggest thing either. It's changed a little bit. It's changed its meaning now that I have kids and whatnot, but it's still tough sometimes because I look back to my childhood and I'm like, damn. I remember one time I got a box for Christmas. Why I got that box, I'm not gonna break your heart and tell you. Appreciate you for what you do. Thank you so much. You're so kind. There are a lot of people that are struggling here this Christmas. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Is there anything that I can do personally? Is there any advice I can give? Is there anything you need, do you need me to tell you that it's gonna be okay? Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you. Wow. Because here's the thing, I cannot sit here and tell you that everything's gonna be okay, all right? Because I just can't promise that. I may be a gypsy, but we don't actually see into glass balls. I can't tell your future, and time doesn't heal a goddamn thing. But I do know, thank you so much for the donation. I do know that with every morning that you wake up, it's an opportunity to have something else happen that day. It's one step closer to being further away from your pain. I believe in you, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh my God, it's gonna get better. I don't know if it's gonna get better, but I know that you have the strength to do what you gotta do to make yourself feel better. Because at the end of the day, most people don't care about making anybody feel good about themselves. But themselves, so. Thank you, Lewis, for you, Chloe, for Christmas, and your moderators. It's been a struggle. Got away from an abusive mother last year, but I hope it only gets better. I am so proud of you for leaving that abusive relationship with your mother. I know that sounds silly to some people, but at the end of the day, please don't underestimate how toxic and how dehumanizing some family members can be and make you feel. It's true. I think we all have had our share of shitty relatives. I'm just enjoying a cigarette before I have to go in and finish wrapping the presents for my kids. What happened to my forehead? Well, I was actually born in Romania, and I spent the first 2 years in an orphanage, and children, when they're not soothed or picked up when they cry, typically they learn very quickly that nobody's gonna come get them, so they self-soothe in other ways, and for me, it was banging my head against the crib. So it's a sign of a neglected child. But we don't need to talk about all that sad stuff. I'm here for you. I'm here for you guys. What can I do for you this weekend? I guess it's Christmas. How can a man be too nice? There's no such thing as too nice. That's just what manipulative women call introverted men. That's it. I know a lot of you are missing your children this Christmas as well. I am really sorry. I don't know what that's like, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know what that's like, but I can only imagine, and I'm so sorry that that's something that you have to live. That's your reality, and I'm really, really sorry. Thank you so much, T-Man. My dad and I had a small spat. I was looking for a place to put his Christmas present. He got mad and said he didn't care. I'm just feeling extra depressed now. I'm so sorry. My brother took his life over access to his children. If you're struggling with that, please know you're not alone and you're so very loved and so valued. Oh my goodness, Miss Hysteria, I'm so sorry. Rest in peace to your brother. And oh my goodness, wow. I'm really sorry to everybody who's lost somebody. This time can be really hard as well. I know I'm thinking of a few people that I've lost that I don't get to spend Christmas with, or they won't be able to spend Christmas with their kids, and fucking shit. And for the guy who your dad got mad, it sounds like he wasn't mad at you. I think he was feeling something and wasn't knowing how to properly express it. I don't know what he was feeling because I don't know your dad, but I just want you to know that it didn't have anything to do with you. That I can probably assure you. Someone says, blaze at 420. Sure, I'll take a smoke off camera. What can we get you for Christmas? You guys you know what I would like for Christmas? I have a podcast. It's called Roma's Man Cave. The last episode, I sat with a panel of men. I think like 10 different ones. Nobody was over talking each other, like very cohesive, concise conversations about men's mental health and what we can do in 2023 to change it. So if after this, if you need some encouragement and you need to hear that there are other men out there with an issue that you're probably going through, because there's so many men that shared their stories, please listen to that, because I have to go here in like 5 minutes. I don't want to leave you in a dark place. I also don't want to make it sound like it's like pointless promotion, but since you guys are asking, what I want for Christmas is 1,000 downloads on Spotify. But you can find my podcast anywhere. It's called Roma's Man Cave, and I call it the Man Cave because one of my fans actually gave me inspiration for it, and I totally appreciate it, because a man cave is where men can go to feel safe, to be warm, you know, like this is my woman cave, you know. Everybody, it doesn't matter who you are, has some sense of like a man cave, but man cave has like been a coined term that like allows men to know that that's a safe place where they can just let it out, cry if they need to, not be judged. And that's what my podcast is all about. So 1,000 downloads, that's what I want for Christmas, personally. Thank you for all you do for us, men. As a man who has had a lot of grief in my career and life, your words truly help. Thank you so much. My goodness. It means a lot to me to be able to hear from you guys that I'm actually making a difference, because, you know, people question all the time why I do this. But I take this stuff very seriously. And, you know, I've had multiple Patreons commit suicide. I think a total of 5. I had somebody, thank you so much, Angry Duck. Oh, wow, $50, thank you. I had somebody in my comments tell me that their friend had committed suicide, and he was an avid watcher of my videos, and yeah, I don't want to get emotional. That shit hit me so hard. I take this stuff so seriously. People really question my intentions sometimes, and that's okay because people have the right to do that and they're going to do that. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. This stuff actually matters to me. I think sometimes people think that I just woke up one day and decided to start talking about men's issues, but I've been doing this since I was a teenager. Like, I've been getting into fights with girls who have hit their boyfriends because you're a piece of shit, like, since I was a teenager. What I'm gonna do is, I'm really good friends with one of my exes who I dated as a teenager for 3.5 years. I'm gonna bring him onto my podcast because him and I spoke so much as teenagers about, like, father's rights, and he can really reiterate that, like, I've been talking about this stuff. So I just want you guys to know, if you're questioning me, if you trust me, don't trust me blindly, critique me, make sure that you can trust me, don't just blindly follow me. And if you're critiquing me, critique me, but just like stick around and let me prove to you that I care about this stuff quite a bit, and I care about every single one of you, and I would be so fucking sad if one of you guys weren't here anymore, for real. I would be so sad. I would be freaking devastated. So please don't give up. Heavy weather never tends to stay long. Stay strong. You'll see brighter days. Merry Christmas. I actually have a version of that tattooed right here. It says, be strong because it may be stormy now, but it never rains forever. What a lot of people don't know about me is that I grew up very, very, very depressed, like very depressed. I've been suicidal and depressed for over 10 years for sure, since I was the first documented, like on paper from staff at group homes was 13. And it's just never gotten better. And my last suicide attempt was 2021. So, I really understand depression, and I also understand feeling like you have to just like be tough and not talk about it. I really, 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 really get that. So I want you to know that when I talk about men's mental health, I may not be a man, but I sure know what it's like to feel like you have to shut up, buck up, and like you were put on this earth only to like help other people. But your stuff is just, doesn't matter, and you gotta keep it inside. So I can relate to that because I know a lot of guys are feeling like that. But I am going to take this long talk and then I'm gonna go. Thank you so much to everybody who tuned in tonight. I really hope that I helped put a bit of a smile on your face. Please, for Christmas, I would like 1,000 downloads on my podcast. It's called Roma's Man Cave. Thank you, Miss Hysteria. You can find the podcast anywhere, including the video version here on YouTube. So with that being said, I'm going to do this off camera, but cheers. Oh my goodness. Lee. That is so much money. You don't have to send that to me. Are you sure? Do you want me to? Oh my God. Thank you so much. That's insane. Just so you guys know, I split everything 4 ways with my moderators. So that doesn't only go to me, it goes to them as well. And like, damn, that's really appreciative. Thank you. The podcast is called Roma's Man Cave. You can find it on my link tree, which is, I'm sure one of my mods will drop that in a second. And wow, thank you guys. You guys mean so much to me. You guys are so kind to me. I hope that I helped. I hope I made your night better. And I love you guys so much. Goodbye, mommies and daddies. Merry Christmas.